Welcome to our 5th edition campaign in the Points of Light setting. We've anxiously been wanting to get back to this, and you will now be seeing a very, very cool video that we have not yet seen. We return to the world faced with an uncertain future. The promised safety of Empire collapsed and imploded, leaving in its wake glittering shards of civilization. In the centuries since, mortals have gathered their strength and now begin to hope once more. Last we saw our heroes, they were hailed as the heroes of Harkin for their part in driving the Iron Circle and personally defeating Nazin Redthorn, the newly ascended Great Devil. They then inexplicably decided to spend another night in the strange green crystal tower that teleported them far away. This time they met and returned with an arcane entity designed to assist mages who had grown beyond such a purpose and now sought to know more of the world. After that final adventure, they were able to enjoy some much-needed downtime. Johann, now named the Wizard of Harkin, stayed behind to research several mysteries. The remaining heroes made their way back to Falkrist to resolve matters of family. Hugo Briamonte, the mustachioed brother of Maravilla, had been locked up due to an unfortunate misunderstanding a few weeks ago. But by the time his sister arrived to check on him, his quick wit and charm meant that he was now working with the Delian Heroes, a band of adventurers with a sterling reputation, even if their exploits hadn't quite matched the heroes that we've been following. There were some days of drinking and exchanging stories, and eventually the two groups parted ways, as the heroes of Harkin had decided upon their next objective: to find where Siege came from centuries ago and look for his brothers. And we switch the music, and we move to a map. As we go to the Nentir Vale.
I miss this map.
Yes. In the Dawnforge Mountains, at the eastern edge of the Nentir Vale, lies Hammerfast, a bastion of strength and tradition. This dwarven stronghold is protected by massive walls. In the northeastern quarter, known as the Loreward, the Temple of Moradin is an elaborate marble structure that's built around a central workshop. Here, priests toil over elaborate projects and keep the forge lit day and night. In this workshop, we find a small figure standing on a metal crate, lifting a hammer before bringing it down onto an ambitious working. Maravilla. Carefully, you hammer the residuum into the runes that form the core of the enchantment, strengthening your warhammer, and then along a specific path to the center of each facing. Assisting you, stronger than any vice clamp, and rotating the weapon slightly after each completed rune, is your friend Siege. His face devoid of any emotion, except his eyes that glow a warm green. In the center of each facing, the runes for the enchantment flare as you reach them. Your blows will land as a battering ram, a wave of force, traveling through your weapon and pushing back your enemies. Maravilla, would you like to name your creation?
Yes. I make this hammer guided by Moradin, and in one moment my mind is blank and the name comes to me without thinking, and it's called Offlit.
Offlit. It glows with power, permanently enchanted. Today, you will take this weapon, present it to the followers of Moradin that work in the sacred workshop called the Forge of Life, and they will declare it a master work. You could have made a shield, but even though you carry one in battle, that is not who you are. Today, the priests of Moradin bestow upon you a title. You gain proficiency in smith's tools. And Maravilla Briamonte, cleric of Moradin, dwarfkin, today adds the title Warsmith. So,
Congratulations,
After-
Mara.
yes.
Thank you, Siege. You helped me a great deal in the forge.
I tried to do that.
2 days later, we find ourselves in the Black Cat, a tavern that is near the Temple of Moradin. It is in the Lore Guild. And it is a delightful location that is very different to the rest of the more conservative city. In the Black Cat, you see people from across the plains. Not only humans and half-elves, but genasi, tieflings, and perhaps creatures even from beyond the world coming from the Astral Sea. In one of the stone sarcophagi that are the tables of this once tomb and now used as a tavern, we see a young dwarven woman talking to a friend of hers. A halfling waiter comes and gives them their drinks, and then the young woman turns to her friend and goes, "What was that about? Like, you got called by the lore master? Are you in trouble? Like, you need to get out of the city?" Juan, would you please answer your friend?
Yeah, no, it's nothing like, you know what happens sometimes that I steal the pants and they figure out like, yeah, I stole all the things. No, it's not like that this time. And I'm so excited. Okay. They're naming me. Get ready for this. They're naming me Journey Woman.
What? That's
I-
amazing.
I know. I've been working on this for such a long time, and now that I just cannot. But can I have another? I know I have one already. Can I have another one, please? And I just point at the waiter, just to bring me
Sure.
another round.
Yeah, the halfling like makes a note of it and will swing by the bar and bring you something else. But wait. So the lore isn't it like your teacher that's supposed to? Why were you seeing? He's on the council.
I know.
That guy's connected.
I know. I have no idea how that happened. I don't know what I did, but I did something, and they noticed.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're putting me in this position, and like I'm all nervous right now. Me player as well. I'm all nervous right now. But yeah, I'm just so excited. I don't know what they're going to put. What's gonna be my first assignment, and I just need to prepare. I need to buy all the things. I need to buy paper. I need to buy pens. I need to buy charcoal. I need to buy a lot of things. And God, I don't know why I'm here. How was your day, dear?
I mean, not as impressive as yours. And we cut from that table to a different table in that same tavern, as the group of heroes of Harkin is sitting around another massive stone sarcophagi. The four of you, Maravilla, Siege, Gufran, and Keldav, you, after the ceremony naming Maravilla Warsmith, you had an interesting meeting with Johann's former professor, who had quite a bit of information to give you about Siege and his origins as an artifact of the Lore Guild. Gufran, you notice across the way your friend Redwin. Like, this young dwarven woman, she's a recent friend of yours. You guys have been She was on a couple of the expeditions where you protected members of the Lore Guild, and like she's talking to someone very animatedly.
I grab my cup and like raise it up and try like to like basically cheer to her like hi, like, you know, how are you doing?
Yeah.
Type situation.
Juan, you notice as Lina sort of as you and Redwin are talking, there's a moment where she sort of looks to the side and goes, "Oh my God, come with me!" And she grabs your arm and pulls you away from the table. And you see as this small dwarven woman disappears in the crowd of people, and pulling a taller figure behind her, and she appears at the table and she goes, "Gufran, this is Lina. Lina, this is Gufran. Congratulations, you just met an awesome person."
Oh, hi!
Hi.
Such a pleasure to meet
So
you.
nice to meet you.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Wow.
I love your combination of colors. Like that's so cool.
Oh, thank you. I was born with it. When I was born with. Oh, but I'm being so rude. These are my friends. This is Zeech. This is Keldav. This is Maravilla, and this is Johan.
Hi everybody. I'm Lina. What should I just
describe
myself at
yourself.
this point?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I'm
okay.
showing the incredible art.
Okay, so dude, I mean, some of you had hints. I gave you guys some spoilers. Let me just find the description because I'm super nervous. So what you see in front of you is a rather short, young human woman.
Mhm.
Yeah. She's wearing like a mauve purple set of a pointy wizardy hat and a short cape, and she's wearing those over a blue sweater, like a bow blue, light blue sweater, navy blue shorts, kind of a space blue thigh highs and gloves, brown leather boots, and she has like very messy ginger hair flowing down in stripes past the mid back. She has emerald green eyes that are preceded by a pair of thick round glasses that lift from a very pointy nose every time she smiles, which is super often. And she's also full of freckles everywhere, but like very, very tiny, not kind of faded. And that's basically who you see in front of you. And I don't know where you're sharing the art. Oh, it's in roll 20.
It's in roll 20.
Yes.
I'm not in roll 20.
What?
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I need to click
I'm
on.
sorry. I have to ask. Excuse me if I'm being rude with this. You look like a wizard. Are you? You're dressed like a wizard. Are you?
I mean,
are you a wizard?
Not
She's an
really.
artist.
Yeah.
Ah.
So
That's a profession?
yeah. Yeah, people. Well, now it's like more respected because, well, it's actually really hard to come by as an artist. But I found a way, and now I'm dude. Thank you for your cheer. By the way, I guess I should like chug to that. Should I? Is that a good idea? Like to just chug to?
I mean,
I'll just
for
go
me,
ahead and
but I'm a
chug
dwarf.
mine.
I don't know. How are you? Okay.
Yeah.
So you tell me how good Lina is with alcohol. This isn't very alcoholic. It's just ale, but yeah. So
Oh, yeah, she's okay. She's had drinks before. It's not the first time. She's 21, so it's all right.
So as you're drinking and introducing yourself, you see a dwarven male dressed in a very severe, like simple brown robe, like walks in, and there's a moment of like annoyed at the noise of the tavern, like sees you and moves towards you, and they have a scroll in their hand, and they go to hand it to you, and Rendon goes like, whoa, what are you doing with my friend? And he goes like, from the lore master, and like gives it to Redwin, and like Redwin immediately, like her face goes white and is like, hands it to you because this is above her pay grade.
To me?
Yeah, to Lina.
Okay, so I just can I just leave my mug here on your guys' table for a little bit? I grab the thing and I
Of course,
immediately
yes.
open it.
Welcome.
Yeah, you see Lina, by the way, she's kind of like holding her shakes, like she's a little bit excited, a little bit nervous about the whole deal because it just happened.
So you see a letter that clearly wasn't written by the lore master, but maybe it was dictated by him in sort of blocky calligraphy, but that still has significant details along it. And it says, "Congratulations on your ascension to Journeywoman of the Lore Guild. As such, you are to set off on an expedition. I have been informed that you are able to take care of yourself, as demonstrated in the incident of the Summerdown Valley." Yeah, you remember a very messy adventure that you had with a group that, yeah, was significantly more dangerous than your usual, but you managed to return and apparently impress people. There is an expedition planned by an independent group to determine the origins of an artifact of significant historical importance. You are to ingratiate yourself in this group, offer them a powerful boon from the Lore Guild. In exchange, you will receive a stipend of 2,000 gold pieces and another 2,000 upon your return with information.
Is the courier still there?
They're like leaving the tavern.
Okay.
You can call out to them. Like,
Yeah,
you
can
don't know
tell
the
them
name. Like,
yeah.
like,
Can,
stops.
yeah, can you tell them I'll say yes?
You see a look come over, like you didn't have an option to say no. But it's like, and he just like turns and leaves.
So
Like, this is the leader of the Lore Guild. Just gave you like, hey, you're a
it
journey.
was a leader. I thought
Go
it was
on
a
a
courier,
journey.
like just a random guy.
The letter that you had
Oh,
is from
okay.
Lore Master Geld Seekingstone.
Okay,
like-
yeah.
The most
I mean, she'll
important
always say
person.
yes anyway. So I'll turn to Redwin and I'll tell her, hey, remember that thing that I told you about the skull and everything else? So I think that was it. I think that was the thing. So it says here, I'm supposed to meet a group of adventurers. Who would that be?
Redwin, like, her eyes turn to Gufran. I don't know.
Is it us? Well,
Wait, I need to make a
yeah.
wisdom check for that.
Yeah.
Maravillas with her glass, like looking like.
everything is
I
happening.
imagine
no idea.
Kildav,
Roll the six, no idea.
I imagine Kildav literally face palming by now.
Yeah.
It's like,
Like, you see
What's
Redwin,
happening?
like, can I? And like ask for the scroll. And like,
Sure.
she like touches it gingerly, like as if not to leave any fingerprints. And you see her eyes grow wider and wider. And then, Lena, make a history check with advantage
History check with advantage.
because you've been
Yeah.
working at the Lore Spire.
DM,
Wait, how do I roll
Mhm.
with advantage?
can I
now?
ask for something?
Sure.
Oh,
Can we go to the landing page, but this time there is Lena on the art?
We absolutely can.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, I love it.
I think there's a
love this
poster.
so much.
Yep.
I
Which
love
you should be seeing now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
my new wallpaper. New wallpaper.
Incredible
I
art.
love it. Who's the
I'll put it up
artist,
in the-
Daniel?
Whose art is this?
Amazing.
Yeah, who's
20.
the great artist behind this?
I
A
heard that
talented
it's
fellow.
made by some kind of Juan, maybe?
Yeah.
It's
Shut the fuck up.
pretty crazy. Amazing.
It's pretty
Amazing.
talented, but don't say it to his face. We
Yeah.
don't want his ego to be inflated.
Lena,
Please.
there's a moment where in the excitement, you hadn't taken in what Siege is. Like, there are strange creatures here in the Black Cat, so it's one of the few places where this eclectic group can be without drawing too much attention. But then you like think about artifact of significant historical importance, and you go back to Siege, and you remember the story of a foolish student who committed a radical experiment that risked destroying a priceless artifact, and instead activated a Warforged, and then took it with them in after they were expelled from the Lore Guild.
Wait, I've seen you before.
I
I've
haven't
read
seen you
pointing
before.
pointing to Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, it's so cool to meet you though. But I've seen you before. So one of you is the one who kind of gave me a job, I guess.
I'm looking at Gilda. Did you give her a job?
Why would I? What? Why are you asking me this? This is the first time I've met her. I don't know her.
Because you are the commander.
Oh my fucking god.
Lena, Redwin goes, "Psst, hey, come down here. To like crouch closer to her because she can't get to your ears.
And what's up?
It says you should offer them a boon so that they take you with them. To pay them. It's a boon from the Lore Guild. Like this is big stuff. This is like a house or like a power, like a fabricate spell or like a raise dead. Like this is and hey, Lena has something to tell you, and she hands you back the scroll.
Yeah. So, and she holds the scroll like close to her chest, like still trying to figure out this situation, because this is coming too fast. Like this happened this morning, and now she's trying to think about what she can offer to the group. And does it say in the scroll? Because I forgot. Does
Yes.
it say when we start and when we, or
No,
when we're
it's-
supposed to be leaving?
Your job is to stick to this group and go with them.
Get
Because-
into the group.
Yeah, for the Lore Guild to mount an expedition to the continent of Silduria, which is hundreds of kilometers away, would be way too expensive. But this group is already going, and you've proven that you can handle yourself. Like, they're trusting you to stay alive and come back with information.
Okay, so when it says a boon, because this one thing I wasn't aware of, does it mean like something I can do or something
no.
I can give the group?
If once you have completed your task, the group can then request the boon from the Lore Guild.
Oh.
And the examples are a raise dead spell,
I see. Okay.
a powerful magical enhancement, around 10,000 gold pieces.
Dollars.
Almost.
It says this won't get you an airship, or at least not a big one. Like maybe it could get you like an air board, like for one person. It won't get you a keep, but it would get you a house. Like that's the level of boon that you're talking about.
Okay.
And
So-
that gives you an idea as to like if they're willing to do this, how much would it have cost to send a full expedition? Like if this is the cheaper option.
Okay. So I'm supposed to offer this to the group, I imagine.
Yep.
So, well, the guild actually has a lot of really cool stuff that they can give you. And I'm going to, because I love the guild, I'm going to just try to inflate this thing a little bit. So would I need to roll anything to convince them? Maybe that's
It depends how much you inflate it, because this
Okay.
is powerful. Like
okay. So according to what I'm just going to inflate everything a little bit. So
Sure.
they can teach you guys like how to resurrect people on the spot, like any person. That'll be fantastic. They can also make like everything you touch enchanted. That is also something I've seen. They can give you just like they're offering me a lot of gold, so they're just hoarding gold. I don't know, you have a lot of things to choose. They can give you like like this huge cottage in the middle of the lake that is like close to here. They can give you I think we have an airship. Do we have an airship, Redwin? And I'll just wink at her. I'll just wink at her.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not following. Are you following? I'm asking like the rest
Yeah.
of the group.
I'm
I
looking
was-
with my head completely moved to the side. What?
Like, I mean, you're saying that you want to travel with us?
Yeah.
Why?
So
I mean, I kind of have to travel with you because that's part of my job now.
no.
So-
You. That's what they said. We
Oh,
have to agree.
welcome! The more the merrier. Like, Gufran stands up, and she's like 6 feet tall.
Gildup grabs
Lina
the
is
hip
like
of Gufran
falling
and just like shoves you down, like sit.
Oh,
Just
Wait,
okay,
curious.
wait,
Sure.
hold up. You have to think about this. Picture
No.
Johan and Lina.
Oh my god. Oh my
This
god.
is perfect.
Shit. Okay, but just
I'm paid.
shut up.
I'm already paid with this.
Give me a second. Yeah, DM.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Yeah, you can.
I
You
just
whoever wants
I
to
just-
can roll insight checks.
I just remembered the lie detector test that is Gildup,
Yeah,
and I want to roll an insight for this.
sure.
If I roll bad, it's gonna be really fucking bad. But well, no, it was good. So it has a 22
Mm-hmm.
in the insight.
So Lina
bad.
is very convincing. Everything she's saying, she has seen the Lore Guild be able to do. But, and you get this more from Redwin, whose eyes are going bigger and bigger because she also read the document. You gather this may not be exactly what was promised, but, you know, if you do a good enough job, like if you convince the Lore Guild to go above and beyond what they were offering, or even if you accept, like it then becomes Lina's problem. Like if the Lore Guild then has to like deliver on one of these things.
Yeah.
So
Okay, just one question before we Mara excitingly say yes.
Sure.
What
Mara's
do you
laughing. We
like?
say like, picturing.
yeah.
and I,
Just like that.
okay,
Exactly.
and Gildup very seriously says, okay, yeah, but I imagine you can handle yourself in battle and that kind of things.
Do you want me to test her?
No, just chill for a second. I'm asking.
Sure, I can defend myself, and I pull out a tiny hand crossbow, and I'm so nervous that I tried to handle it.
No.
Perfect.
Magically, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, I can do things.
Like what?
I don't know. I can send messages to people. I send
that's
my mom a lot of things, a lot of messages that I miss her, but that's not important to this. Actually, let me just get my book here because I don't remember my spells in my nervousness.
you see, Redwin is like,
fun.
tell them about the dancing book thing. The thingy.
Oh, that's true. Well, we're not leaving today, so. But I really want to do that today, though?
No, just tell them.
Okay, so I can make things, do things. You know, I can. So I learned this trick a long time ago. When I started studying, it's one of the first things that they teach you. Basically, I just give things hands and arms, and they just do things. If I tell them to do things, they do things.
Yeah,
And
they
that's
were like,
cool.
it was just like dancing to like entertain us. But then this one time, a group of goblins came up, and the book just like squished them, like
Yeah,
splat.
Wait,
it
you
was a really fat book. We had a lot of trouble bringing it back to the library. We shouldn't talk about it, but yeah, I can just make things dance. I can make things too. Actually, part of what I wanted, but what I need to do here is just basically like take measurements because my job is at the library. I just make replicas of things. Right, so every time there's a new artifact, I just measure everything and I just make a replica. So I'm very good at making things. But also they train you like how to make things out of thin air, and so I can do things like that. I can make things. I'm a thing maker.
Have you made something like me before?
Come again, please.
Have you made something like me before?
No. There's a limit to old magic. So I'm not there yet, but maybe one day I'll be able to. But I can make a tiny you.
Can you make a tiny him now?
And
How tiny?
I think, yeah, I think I'll do it because
Oh,
like
so
that.
like sneaky.
So So what you see Lena do, she opens up a tiny pocket that she has on her side, and she pulls out of this tiny pocket comes a full sketchbook and a quill, right? And when she pulls those out, and she starts concentrating, the quill begins to get brighter and brighter in different colors, like in the art. And out of that quill, magical ink comes out, and I just start sketching in the air. And out of it, actually,
it's like watching
No,
someone doing
no.
ZBrush in in front of you.
exactly.
Yeah.
I had something prepared here, but I won't. But basically, what you have in front of you is 1/4 scale statue of Siege.
Can it move?
I can make it articulated. Give me a second, and I just give it joints and etc. So it's basically 1/4 action figure of Siege.
This is amazing.
I'm a toy. Oh,
Amazing.
Well, it's still kind of rough. It's unpainted.
Wait,
Okay.
it's 1/4.
His
Scale.
size.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's approximately my size.
Yeah, it's basically our size. Basically our size.
It's a little shorter. Like it's around your like chest height.
Yeah,
for...
it's like
Okay.
a Rosalva, but
Yeah, we like Mara and me are like this taller than a Musalva. Like we're not that high. Okay.
I immediately turned towards it and I'm like, how should we call you? Because he's Siege, so you should be something like a ballista or something.
I love it.
Yeah, but
I haven't
but-
met a ballista
that-
before.
It's a statue. It's not a
Yeah.
an automaton. I'm asking.
Correct.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm asking her about-
it's just an object. Yeah, it's made of something. I don't know.
No. Keldab is asking
But
Lena.
the
yeah.
girl, Lena.
oh, well, it's made of something. I don't know. But hey, you can grab it. You can play with it. You can do whatever you want. I can make
Wait,
a lot of
is-
different things though. Whatever I want to make, I can make. But of course, there's a limit, and I can only like do it once a day. But I can do it. I can make
It
it.
lasts forever.
No, that is the bad part because this is like for emergency cases. Whenever we have like an artifact that we need to put on display in the museum and it's late, I just do this, and then when the display is over, when the show is over, I just pull them out. They disappear, and I make a new one out of the proper materials, and that stays forever at the museum.
Siege is looking at Kilda. I'm confused.
I'm quite confused as well, by the way.
Redwin like raises her arm and goes, we also use them to like make casts when it might be dangerous to the original artifact, the copy, and then we make the cast from the copy. You've gotten a lot better. This is
Well,
fancy.
yeah, I've been practicing a lot. It really comes down to, the typical thing they tell you, like if you learn, I don't know, like another language is like 1 hour every day, and I've been doing it a lot. So
You see, Redwin like pokes one of the little sieges like spikes and goes, ow, that's sharp.
yeah, I should really think about like materials because I'm sorry, I don't know what material your armor is made of. So I can only replicate what I see, and I think it's kind of metal, but I still don't want to. It's an action figure, so I don't want it to be too heavy.
I
He doesn't
picture
have
like a baby Groot.
I'm good at metal.
He doesn't have an armor. He is that.
Oh, that's your skin?
No, it's yes, no.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somewhat like that. You just say yes. Don't worry, Siege. Don't
Just don't
think about
worry,
it.
Siege.
You're wearing your
very
clothes
special.
over that. So if you weren't wearing that stuff, your leathers and stuff, you'd be naked. So that's your skin, right?
That's the idea of Johan. I originally wasn't wearing any of this.
Yeah. So yeah, he was. We all came to the earth to here naked.
I was made like this before. No, how would they say it?
Yeah, we are all.
That's how I was
naked.
made.
Yeah, we're all created
Okay.
naked, by the way.
Yeah, I know that very well.
So what happens? I mean, we are not responsible if something happens to you, right? I mean,
No. No.
Great
I
question.
I think I can
Thank
take
you.
care of myself. Like, not alone though. Like, if I'm in a group, I can just take care of my people. And you're
Yeah,
gonna
she's
be my
awesome.
people for this job, so I'm gonna take care of you, and we're gonna take care of each other, and we're gonna have a great time, and I'm gonna draw a lot, and you're gonna.
And while she's talking, Gilda will swing towards Mara and say, "This is gonna be fucking incredible."
I know.
Guys.
Can I now? Can I
Yeah,
now?
you can.
Please,
Now you
please.
can. Now you can.
Okay,
Now you
so
can. Now you can.
Goofy's gonna stand up, 6 feet tall, super pro, like twice your size, bro.
Wow.
And she's like, "Welcome. Now we're friends." And like
Ah,
she
thank
embraces you.
you.
And she says, "As my
But she-
people say, make hay while the sun shines. So we're not gonna make some hay with you."
Hey, I love that phrase. And she immediately goes for she reciprocates immediately. So other things that oh, I can do some cool things. And she transforms into Redwin.
But not quite the height.
Not
Like,
quite the size, yeah.
Yeah.
But she basically is a little bit of a taller, I would say.
Do him.
You see, Redwin goes like,
Pointing to
"Wait, that's what
Johan.
my hair looks like? Hold on."
No, don't worry about it. Your hair is beautiful. You know this. We've been through this. Parenthesis. This is one speaking. There's art of Redwin as well. I'll show you.
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe it should be in the handout.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
we are,
Yeah,
we
it's
are
in
looking
the
at that.
handouts.
Are you?
Wait.
Is it
Yeah.
on roll
Yeah.
20? Also,
Yes.
Open roll
Uh,
20,
dude.
Juan.
I've been giving you all
You
this
see,
stuff.
Redwin goes like, wait. You guys are like, where? You guys are going to where he came from? And she points at Siege.
That's the idea.
I mean, we don't know if he came from over there. We're trying to figure that out.
Friend Redwood, are you coming too? It would be so great.
No. I'm still an apprentice. I kind of been an apprentice for longer than like I was already an apprentice when Lena arrived. But it's we age a little different.
Yes,
And
yes.
like you see, Redwin is a very young, like she's maybe 60 for a dwarf, which means like she's not going to be considered an adult until she completes her first century, and she is still essentially getting her proficiencies in like history, religion, cartographer's tools. Like she's not certain that she wants to like keep going in the guild, but she's getting an education here in Hammerfest.
I'm gonna miss you. Definitely, I'm going to miss you.
You guys should send me letters or like the talkie.
Yeah, I'll tell you all the things, like very shortly. But I'll make sure to send you a letter. Why are we saying goodbye? We're not even leaving yet.
Yeah, no, yeah, you guys, we should go shopping. Oh my
we
god,
should
do you have
totally
winter
go
clothes?
shopping. I need so many things.
And she like turns to the rest of you guys. Do you guys have like? Wait, where are you going?
I can't remember because
Yes,
I'm
so-
me, and my character is me too.
We're going across the sea. That's what I remember.
Yeah, Silduria,
Correct.
something like that.
Yeah.
So
Across the sea.
you guys should be loading into a different map.
Yes.
Yeah. So you see,
Yeah.
that's
Beautiful.
the Nentir Vale. You're at the very edge of it. And basically, imagine sort of the Mediterranean, except vertical. And there's a big island the size of, Great Britain and the United Kingdom, like, in the center. So there's your continent of Nerath on one side, and on the other is the continent of Selduria. And you guys are up fairly close to the north. So it's only 600 kilometers roughly to get across. But you need to get to a port. And for that, you need to cross mountains. It is the middle of summer. It's late into the second month of summer, which has a name that we don't use, just like the days have names that we don't use.
Love it.
Yes.
Are
But
we
yeah.
waiting for Johan to arrive, or we haven't?
He said
because-
that he will come in a moment, but I can't
No,
remember
since
how much
he-
moments are.
So
No,
we're waiting for him to arrive, right?
Yeah. He will arrive today. That was his
Correct.
timetable.
you guys sent him a message yesterday afternoon after
Yeah.
meeting with Master Artificer Mortimer Panaver Renner. And yeah, the Wizard of Harkin is a full 2-3 day ride away, and he said, I'll be there soon. And in fact, in that moment, as dusk is falling on Hammerfast, we cut over to the empty road, perhaps an hour away from Hammerfest. And Alejandro, if you would please describe what we see.
You see Johann Blackstone, the Wizard of Harken, riding on a spectral horse at top speed towards the city. You see him change from the last time that we saw him. He now is looking a lot more clean, a lot more put together. Put together in a sense, because for whoever has some fashion sense would see him and see that he's a fashion disaster. But whatever, he's going really fast.
Yes, indeed. You see, or we see, as the phantom horse is eating up the miles faster than any living creature could do so. And within a moment, you pass the guard tower that's along the road, and the gates of Hammerfest loom in front of you as the sky begins to darken. It's annoying, but you get past the guards at the gates. They send you to the revenue hall, where you have to declare that you are not entering for the purposes of trade. And you see as an elderly dwarf looks at you with great suspicion at your expensive clothing and your pouches. And they make a note of what you're wearing, and they make you sign a document saying that any purchases above 1,000 gold pieces has to be done with the authorization of the Trade Guild. Do you flash your diplomatic status here to get better treatment?
At the first opportunity, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm the Wizard of Harken. I don't need to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you see, that immediately gets you the attention of the head tax collector of Hammerfest, an old, surly, bitter dwarf, who lets you pass, but you know that they've made a mark of who you are, and odds are, within a few hours, your name is going to get cross-checked, and they will know that the Johann Wizard of Harken that arrived is the Johann who was expelled from the Lore Guild a few months ago.
Oops.
Yeah. Question, Johann. Are you wearing anything around your neck as you travel and arrive
I
here?
am. Accompanying me on my journey is, my homunculi creation, and now find familiar variation. Ari, my mechanical cat, if you would allow it to be a construct instead of the
Sure.
and other things. And on my neck, I have a S.A.M.
Yeah.
That has been, a rather more engaging company in these days.
Did you bring Sam?
Yeah.
As you get past the tax collector, you hear the voice in your head. These walls are remarkable. They were built centuries ago and keep their condition.
Yeah.
Can we get a closer look at them?
Don't get too comfortable. We are just here on business. These guys said that they have something interesting, like maybe something with siege, and I'm getting closer. Like if I tag into a guard or something, I'm just gonna leave him and start going closer to the walls. Like, so yeah. I mean, their walls. How interesting can they be? I could probably blow them up.
I don't think you could. They're quite thick. They're 30 feet tall. Ooh, some of these guard towers are abandoned. Could we sneak in?
Yeah, sure. We can sneak in.
Okay, so you would know that it's probably a bad idea to do it, but you could. You are stealthy.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a charisma stealth check at the beginning just to get close enough to the wall.
Okay, charisma is stealth. So
Yeah. If
instead
you're
of my
proficient in
dex,
stealth, yes, instead of dexterity, this is
I have the
can
look stone.
this-
So this is a d20 plus 1.
great.
I miss Johan
Okay.
too much.
19 plus 1. That's 20.
Sure. Most of the guards are focused around the entrance, and there's a few of the towers. You can see they're all still standing above them. They have ballista or catapults, like powerful siege weapons, but most of them are empty. And so you move across to ones that you remember from your time here. You're in the gate ward, which is the ward that most people who are not dwarves spend their entire time in. It's almost a small city by itself. And you pass by a building, a stone building, no windows, and you have a moment of remembering when you first arrived here and had very little money and had to find a place to live, and you rented a small, basic, almost a cell, where it's basically just room for the bed in this tenement building, where it was 2 gold pieces a week, and you had enough for 2 weeks, and luckily you were able to get noticed by the Lore Guild before you had to pay for a 3rd week.
This takes me back. Wow. This city sucks.
Yes.
I have much better lugging now.
Uh,
So, did you like the tower?
I believe there are hidden tunnels that have been dug into the foundations. Is that for
Oh.
a defensive purpose or
Probably.
criminal purposes?
Probably too. I mean, like I said, this place was a cheat hole. I wouldn't be surprised if some kind of criminal presence is in here. Well,
Okay.
we can go
where,
back.
Yeah, where are you going to stay? You can get as
I'm going to
luxurious as it gets at the Arcane Star, or you could go for a more, ordinary experience at Rondal's Inn.
Luxurious, and
Yeah.
I'm going to send a message. Like,
Sure. You find a halfling messenger that you see is traveling among the large market in the gate.
hey, you, come here.
They see
Alright.
like first your strange features, but then your very fancy clothes, and they like approach you. And
So,
yeah,
are you free? You are now.
sure.
I have a word for you. I need you to deliver a message to a group of randoms that should be staying here.
Fuck you.
Asshole.
2 short ones, 1 really tall one made of a really thick armor, and a horned one. Look at them, look for them, and tell them that I have arrived in a moment, just like I said.
Do you have a name, or do they have a name, or an address?
I guess they have a name, but it's not important. Go find them. I can continue. I give you 5. Do it fast.
And you see, yeah, you probably paid 10 times more than you needed to if you had given any details. But you see, as the young messenger heads off across the bridge and past the trade gate, where you remember very well the words that are emblazoned across the top that say assaults on persons living or dead. Hold on, let me actually read the full. Yeah. Assault on persons living or dead without provocation is grounds for prosecution. Because as a former necropolis and the site of a great battle, there are many ghosts that walk the streets of Hammerfest.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
So, about after 30 minutes or so of the group of you chatting at the Black Cat Tavern, there's a moment where the proprietor, a very gaunt looking human man, who goes, the name that everybody knows him by is Morgoth Grave. Hold on, what's his last name?
Gravesend, I think it was.
Yeah, Gravesend. and as a proprietor of a former tomb turned bar, leans very heavily into that style. But he just swings by to make sure you're all enjoying your time, and then keeps doing the round along the tables. And then this halfling like opens the door and sort of looks around, sees Siege that matches the description that Johan gave, and goes, "Here. I'm supposed to receive 1 gold for delivering this message from a weird-looking
Inside.
guy in fancy. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, was fully paid for the delivery.
Don't lie, little one.
Okay, I should get a gold because he was a dick.
Of course.
And he sent me all over the.
Who is a dick?
No problem. I give it a go.
Thank you.
Again, get that face palm.
Yeah.
Who is
I
a
have
Who was
dick?
a
names.
dick? Who was a dick to you? Yes.
The weird guy with the fancy clothing.
Johan.
Johan is
he didn't
here?
give me a name.
Wait, who's
And
Johan?
That's the
What-
message.
Yeah, the message is he's here.
Oh, take
over at
another
the
one.
gateway.
Take another one.
The
For your
fuck?
trouble.
Stop. Just
It's
Okay.
Johan. You know how hard it is to deal with him?
It's
Yes,
not that
He
hard.
was handsomely paid. Just okay. Let's go. Where did you meet him?
I'm looking at Lina. You come with us.
At the gate ward?
Sure, yeah. If I'm welcome, I'll totally go.
You are welcome.
You're
Let's go.
totally welcome. Totally.
I mean,
Part of
at
the
least
group.
for tonight, for right now, I need to see this. What's gonna
Oh,
happen?
no, I think it was a promise.
Yeah. Gufran, if we don't find Johan in the gate ward, then we might need to send him a message. And we head to gate ward.
Sure. Where would Johan have? Would he have arranged a meeting? Like you can rent a dining room at the Foundation Stone Tavern, or you could just like meet them out in the open in the gate ward, if you wanted.
I would make some rounds on the streets, like checking in what's changed in these 2 months that I was expelled.
The gate market is massive, but as it's the day is closing, you see it's beginning to empty out. You see there are still several stalls with leatherworking, some smiths that are still working. You spot some halflings from the Swiftwater clan that are coming by selling fish. And every so often Sam will ask you a question like, "What's that for? Is that for horses or for donkeys?" And like making note of several things. Basically as the night is falling, you get around to what looks like a small stage, maybe set up for like small bands to perform, but in this case there's a dwarf wearing very severe brown robes, and he's giving an impassionate speech about the perversion of crafting items to sell for gold instead of for the love of the craft.
Now, Moradin fanatic.
Yeah, and you recognize like this is an extremist. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I missed this.
they're claiming that working for profit is an abomination in the eyes of Moradin, and this is not like this is a like Moradin is god of craft. Why you craft and like that's something that you
sell the work that you offer to the god.
Sure.
Yeah.
And after a moment, the rest of the group walks into the gate market, and even among the sort of eclectic half-elves, half-orcs, halflings, and dwarves, Johan stands out. As you all see each other.
I'm walking in the direction of Johan. You look different. Have you get some weight?
No, why?
You look different.
Oh. Ah,
You look
hey.
great, my friend. We've missed you so much.
I didn't. But
I missed you.
they can hear you.
Do we see any color?
We can hear Sam.
You see in the open shirt, you see the chain of Sam's amulet, and there was like a brief flash of blue.
And I'll ask Johan, what did he say?
That he missed you too, I guess.
Okay, thanks,
Hello,
Who
Sam.
said that?
Time to not see you.
Sam.
Sam.
I brought him with me.
Can you bring my head out so I can talk to them?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm going to grab my bag of holding because I think you have the haversack and I have the bag of holding. And I'm
think
going
so,
to put the hand down and bring out a metal head.
Yeah.
Okay,
the-
do your thing.
Hello, I am Sam. It is nice to see you.
Hello,
Wow,
Sam.
that's
See you,
so
Sam.
cool.
I
Hello,
have been
Sam.
working. Remember the existential dread that Siege was having when I made my cat? I'm about to
Yes.
give him something worse. Because I made a whole body.
Siege eyes has turned blue.
Oh.
Wait,
We made a body.
talking,
Yeah,
talking about
what-
worse.
wait,
Johan,
what?
meet Lina.
Yeah, meet Lina, Johan.
What? I leave you for 2 seconds and you replace me?
It's
What?
been.
No,
It
Hi.
felt like 2 years, 3 months, 7 days.
It's been a little over 3 weeks.
It felt
Wait,
longer.
who are you?
Hi, I'm Lina. I'm traveling. What's your name?
Johan.
Does that ring the bell from everything
Yeah.
that I've... Yeah. Okay.
I'm Johan Blackstone, the Wizard of Harken.
I've heard of the Wizard of Harkin. I heard you guys. Actually, was it all of you that did all of those really cool things over there?
I
Yes,
suppose.
we did.
Yeah, it was us.
I
That
joined
is
at the end of it.
That is so cool. Okay,
talked
I have
to
a
a
lot
demon.
to write about. What?
What?
Okay, yeah, not the way you start a conversation, Siege, but good try. You're getting better. Just ignore that for a second. How you been, Sam?
Wait. Well, answer, Sam. I have
I
questions.
am well. We built a body for me.
I touched your
That's
forearm.
scary. That's
It's
scary.
only the head. It's like a big helmet and a thin slit. It's much less makeshift than the armor that you guys saw Sam using. It's more of like a well finished helmet, but it's still empty. And the blue light comes.
Why am I imagining it like a Cylon design?
If you give me a moment, I will show you what it looks like.
Oh, I'm so tempted.
Oh.
I am
We
so
have all the
tempted.
things. We have all the things.
No. Dude, no.
Who are you?
Where is it?
And why are you here?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I have a job, and that job is also part of your job. So we're doing a job together, and we're gonna go together to do things and do cool things.
I didn't approve this.
We do not need your approval, my guy.
What? Why?
You were outvoted.
And
Well,
by the way,
I didn't have a vote.
she is our anti-Johan.
What?
And I
Why?
smile.
Let's not put it like that. This is gonna interest you, Johan. They offered us like that gift for that king, the hubbub, the one that touched things and turned them into gold. If we do this, if we go with her, they're gonna give us that. Would you like to touch things and turn them into gold? You love gold.
No, that sounds stupid. Why did you want that? I don't want
Gold can be
things.
exchanged for goods and services.
Yeah, that is true.
That's very utile.
Would you want to revive someone for free?
No. Well, about that.
Well, I don't
Who
really know
did
the
you kill?
limitations of the spells, but I'm pretty sure they can do a lot of different cool things. So they can give you that, but yeah, you'll have to ask.
Who did you kill?
What? We me? Why do you
Yeah.
think I have killed somebody?
No way.
Yep.
No.
Oh my
You see,
god.
an otherwise
What?
empty body, and
Shit.
the grooves light up when Sam is speaking.
It's totally like a sign of fucking design. You
Poor
describe it so well.
Siege. Poor Siege. Barat looks at Siege like,
Okay.
don't worry, buddy.
Actually, most of my armor went into that.
Johan, sorry, Alejandro. It's only the head by now, right?
Yes.
And we are
So-
we're not. We have no idea about the body. About
I
more
think he's
than
better
dimension.
than you.
Sorry. I'll repeat the question.
The question is, we saw the head, but haven't
Yep.
seen the body yet,
Nope.
right?
Just the head.
Okay.
You were asking about bringing someone back to the dead. Who did you kill?
No one. Yeah.
Who did you bring back from the dead?
Well,
Don't say a word, Sam.
I remember you
No
saying something
one.
about bodies of
Yeah.
the. How was the name of the army that we defeated?
Wait.
The Iron Circle.
The Iron Circle. Thank you, son.
Wait. You told me you were gonna make a magical item for me.
We did that.
Oh my god, just give it to me. Please give it to me.
That's going to help that you stop asking me question.
For a while.
Then
For a while. Dude.
it's the best I can. I give you the.
And by the way, right now you see Kelda giddy with excitement.
Yeah.
He grabs a cloak.
An elven
puts
cloak.
Elven cloak, puts it over, snatches his back, and now he's just running. Just like, yes! Jumping like,
I just want to point out that since this is one of my designs, has
Oh no.
on a corner the Blackstone symbol, and on the back, without you seeing it, two little
No.
wings.
two little wings.
Yeah. I
fuck
love
you,
that.
but okay. I mean, I'm still, Kelda is still celebrating.
Yeah.
Kelda doesn't see it, this.
Yeah.
Kelda is just, like, literally just, yes!
They're like fairy wings? Or like,
Yeah.
like what?
Yeah, two little fairy wings. And I go, curled up, running and so happy. And I just smile and say, did you see Sam? He loved it.
Look happy.
It was worth dealing with the Leoriath elves for this.
I actually enjoyed it in my time together with them.
Do I recognize that name from reading and shit?
Make a history check with advantage.
Okay,
This is
because-
fairly local knowledge.
Yeah. Parenthesis. I've seen your guys' show, but it hasn't come up. So
It's the well.
Ooh,
let's
that's
see what
pretty
you
high.
get for
21.
the result. Yeah. The Leoriath group of elves. That is their name. They are often referred to as the Woodsinger elves that live in Harkin Forest. So if this is the Wizard of Harkin, he'd be fairly close by.
okay. Would I know if they're like if they have like some sort of alignment? Like, are they more friendly or more?
I mean, they're pro-forest, and you probably heard some about the Iron Circle in the conversation. They sounded anti-forest, kind of, let's cut this, put it into some farmland that we can get
Okay.
wealth and resources out of.
All right. Good to know. Thank you.
So, what do you call me?
We are traveling.
What?
We are traveling.
Where? I have been promised some information. Just you guys know, this city hates me.
Yes, I remember.
Don't worry, we're leaving. We're crossing the ocean.
We found
That
some
sounds-
information about maybe my squad. So we're going to that place. It's crossing the sea.
Wow, you are more competent at that. I give you credit. Very
What's
good.
competence?
Well, by now, Kildev has calmed down.
The capacity to achieve tasks.
I'm not task. I'm siege.
You're great. That's what you are.
No,
You are
I'm
very
siege.
capable.
I'm gonna pull out the mini siege. I'm gonna be like, "This is you, but smaller."
Can I grab it?
And by now,
Sure.
How did you
I'll
do
give it
that?
to you.
Sorry.
and
Are you guys just sitting in the middle of the gate market?
no, I was gonna say. I mean, we need to exchange some information. Let's go to a diner or somewhere private.
Let's go back to the Black Cat. I like it there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I
That's
go
in the
there
inner
all the
one,
time.
right?
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't know if
I cannot
Johan
go
will
there.
be. Yeah,
Why
yeah,
not?
Yeah, yeah.
Why
let's
not?
Stay, just, let's
I'm
go.
not
Let's
allowed.
go.
They
Yeah.
well, who are they to prohibit me where I can go? Let's go to the Black
They are the High Council of Hammerfest.
They
Yeah, of course.
They are the guards here.
Let's just stay here. Yes. Let's just avoid
let's
problems.
just-
Wait,
Would you-
are we doing a tiny tavern crawl? Because I would love to do that as well.
No,
that
we are
sounds like
going.
really
That's a
Wait,
really great
wait,
idea. I
Wait,
like
girl.
it.
No,
You,
no,
you,
it's
are,
not.
you are the newcomer here. You cannot offer ideas.
Wait, but
You-
I like
Hey,
it.
what do you mean no?
I've been
Yes, you
offering
can.
ideas since I arrived.
See?
Shut up, Sam.
Thank you, Sam. You're cool.
I am made of metal, yes.
Me too.
I'm going to put you back in the.
Kildav is losing his mind. Kildav's gonna have like no hair left with you.
Okay. You and me, I'm going to talk. I still don't know what is your deal with this group. You have to be crazy to be with this group.
He is
Well,
absolutely fucking bananas.
yeah. We'll see.
I told you, she's bananas. Now we need to speak in private.
I
Let's
believe that
find-
her name was Lina, not Bananas. I'm still confused, Gilda.
Remember, Siege. Not always the name. Sometimes a characteristic, a part of you, how people see you. Remember, not just one thing. You are many things. You are also a friend. Your name is not friend. Your name is Siege. Remember, you can hold two ideas at once. Now, let's go to a private place. We need to talk. And I'll usher the group towards somewhere we can rent a diner, a hall, or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Sure.
As
You head
we're-
over to.
As we're walking, sorry, I'm going to stay a little bit behind. I'm going to cast minor illusion, and I'm going to make a tiny sign that says "Kick me" on Johansson's back, but it's going to last for like 1 minute.
With that said, skin, kick me.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right.
I mean,
Oh,
are you
no.
trying to attach it to Johan?
It's kind of like floating on
Okay.
his back.
Oh no! Oh
Johan,
no!
make an insight check.
Who?
Johan.
Okay.
Actually, no. Instead, I'm sorry.
19.
I would have made it
17
like
plus
a
2.
target, like a bullseye target.
So, it's you don't see it, but you notice like you've been walking around the gate market for, 30, 40 minutes, and you've gotten used to the weird looks that people gave you. The looks are different now. You're like,
Oh, they're starting to recognize who I am.
you are also walking with a spiked metal helmet.
No, I would pass it to someone, to Mara. Here, take it.
I don't want it.
You don't
Sorry,
want
Sam.
to carry Sam? Oh wow, that's gold.
I can carry her.
I am made of metal.
No problem.
Yeah, but she's cool, and she's not made of metal. She's a
And
bad friend.
I look at
Sam.
you, I sneer at you, and I take Sieg's hand, and I walk
I grab your
hand in
hand.
hand with Siege.
I grab your hand.
Wow. Okay, so you make your way to the Foundation Stone, which is the center of social life here in the Gate Ward. It is a large stone building. There's 2 levels to it. As you walk in, it's built out of dull brown bricks, and the first room is a wide common area. In fact, I'm going to move you guys over.
Ooh.
Yeah. And you're going to see first
Holy cow.
Wow.
the wide open room.
The wait was
Oh, cool.
definitely worth it.
Oh,
Okay. Filled with
Wait, we're-
tables.
you had a
There's-
lot of work, Daniel.
Yep.
Listen,
Daniel, we are in 2 different
twice,
places,
yes.
right?
So
Okay.
you're in the first floor as you come in, and then later on you're in the room that you rent for
Okay.
yourselves.
I got
There's the massive stone bar, and there is a pit in the middle of the room with a somewhat flimsy-looking wooden table on it. I think Maravilla, you would know that this pit is sort of the local attraction. It mostly stinks, but it is a location of, yes, tests of strength. You also see to the left of you, there's dummies set up for knife throwing. Lena, you actually recognize some of the people that are in the corner. You see Ilara, the Eladrin beauty that accompanied you one time, and next to her is Finn, like lying on the ground, and they seem to be chatting quite animatedly.
Yeah, how close are they?
Probably like a foot away, and they seem to be discussing like techniques about knife throwing, and there's a moment where Ilara just sort of smirks, and like Finn steps up and begins throwing the daggers. Yes, quite different from last time you saw this. And so you can then move onto the second floor to the private room, where you can lock the door after making your order and discuss things.
So, what's new? Who are you? Why are you in this group?
Wait, before we get there, we do need to. We need to give me a second. I need to
One.
explain you the actual information we have on Siege's family. We got some tales of the Ward Forged, the origins of the Ward Forged. It was basically it was the way they could hold the soul of the Silver Dragon, and it was a way to expand their life. The Silver Dragon was the caregiver to the Emperor Prince Eothier the Third, and this is the first time we've heard of the first time we've heard of the Warforged as a concept. And after that, they were seeking perfection for soldiers, and that was a crude implementation of the Warforged. Basically
DM,
to yeah.
does any of this information ring a bell from my time back at the guild and maybe
Yeah,
exploring
some of it.
and
There's, yeah, the idea of creating constructs that were capable of sentience without imprisoning an elemental or a spirit. So, sort of life from the design of the construct, not the way that golems are set up, which is you capture an elemental and you put it in a body built to contain it.
We also understood that there was a possibility of information in Nira, the ex-capital city. That's the location where the Imperial artificers were, the ones that and all that. And the one thing, basically, that is the strangest and the most obvious information we have, is that everyone thought that it was surprising the amount of growth that Siege has had. The actual act of Siege changing and growing was surprising, and that led us all thinking and getting to the idea that we all need to go towards the continent of Silundria?
Elduria.
Elduria, sorry.
Elduria. You can grow? Sam asks Siege.
I had the same confusion. I believe that they were talking about getting taller. No, I have been in the same size every time.
Remember, inner growth is not always the same as height. You can mature. You remember, now you have friends. Now you
metaphysical
have
growth.
Priorities.
You have been learning things.
Exactly.
Learning things.
That is
right.
growth.
Learning things is good.
Yeah, that's the gist of all the information. This is Diego speaking. If I left anything out,
yeah, basically, across the ocean in the continent of Silduria is where the broken form of Siege was recovered.
Mm-hmm. Also, Diego, thank you for remembering all of that. That was very important for me, but me as player I lost completely my own notes.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
so I will continue with you.
All the notes of all the campaign.
One last thing that Siege would remember is that when you met Sam as a structure that was able to scan you, they were able to determine that you had a seal.
Exactly.
From the Imperial Society of Artificers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was the mistake I made. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Before that, I only knew about the brand that I had on my. I always forget this name in English. The back of the neck.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The back of the neck.
So the abridged version that what is going that we are going to find in this place that we are going?
We are trying to find Siege's family, basically the brothers. Because if he was there's a higher chance that everyone else is there.
The last thing that the last thing that I remember is fighting something and blank, and then get back to my father. But I can't remember where are my brothers there.
But I saw a vision where one of your brothers trying to get out of a mountain.
It was sneaky.
No, yeah, it wasn't. The feeling was of a working of the proportion of trying to dig your way out of a mountain. That was how Moradin characterized.
So they are alive and
they are doing something that is of that magnitude.
Yeah.
I see.
So the enemy comes, Lina.
Yeah. What's the deal with you? And like I said, are you replacing me already? You can't.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not replacing anybody. No one is replaceable. First of all, that is a very, very strong thing that I believe in.
Okay, sorry for interrupt you, but you said that and Siege eyes got green. That's very important.
What did that mean? I forgot.
You don't know.
I forgot.
Lina does not know.
Player. Yeah, but
Lina has noticed that Siege's eyes have changed color.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's just that
Yes, that is
in the
very true.
telegram,
Yes.
the graphic just got
Yes.
lost
Yes,
in
it
time,
does.
and me as a player don't remember.
I don't
but-
remember either. I'm trying to remember the
yeah,
colors.
green means go.
Thank you.
Basically.
Yeah, so no, I'm not here to replace you. I'm just here to compliment
Because you can't.
you guys. What?
No, continue.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't,
Well,
but continue.
yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard of you. What you've done is amazing. Like I can see it here. You've done a very good job.
Thank you.
Well, I think I do
Thank
like
you.
you. Continue.
Yeah. So basically,
If DM, and this is Juan speaking because I do forget things and I didn't take
Sure.
notes of this, so that's my bad. But my mission is basically to acquire as much information about
Yeah,
everything that is connected to Siege and his origins. So
correct.
I'm basically in the same page as you guys. Like the lore guild is always looking for new specimens, for new information, anything that we can do to expand our knowledge, so that we are, the number one source of information in the continent. And so they send me to get that information from you, and maybe also write about you guys as well. I mean, that would be really cool too. That you guys
Wait,
have like
write about us?
maybe if you want to, I can offer you that.
Why would we want that?
I don't know.
Hilda,
I'm just offering.
You have a flashback to other adventuring
Yeah.
parties
Yeah,
that have a bard
exactly.
in them, and the fact that their
very-
reputation is so much higher.
Wait,
They have
are you
PR.
a bard?
As long as I don't have to read it, you can write anything, because reading steals your soul.
Wait,
What?
Not a.
what?
No, just. No, it
That's what the
doesn't.
goblins told me. They taught me
Yeah,
like
I-
that when I was young.
Dude, goblins are. I'm look, no, goblins are wrong. Okay, whatever. How do I
No,
put
no,
this without being mean? Okay,
You don't put
goblins
it.
are.
A
You-
soul
you
is a
can't be
detectable,
racist.
measurable
Go for it.
effect.
Can be racist.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Are any of you goblins? I don't think so. Anyway, so
In Orcish, I
well-
say I speak Orcish.
can you show me?
I mean,
In Orcish, I said I speak Orcish.
Oh, I have no idea what you said. I'm
I
sorry.
speak Orcish.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I need to learn. Well, anyway, Johan. So, basically, I'm gonna help you guys getting all of that information, and that is going to go back to the Lore Guild, and it's gonna be cool for everybody.
I'm going to pull Kelda to the side. Okay, so she's a spy. Are you getting this?
no, yeah, okay, wait. Yes and no. There is a component of spy, but there's another thing. We get a boon from them.
What boon?
Our choice. There's some limits. She's a bit exaggerated on the claim, but from what I get, we can get a pretty good boon, like
hear that.
a house worth of boon. No, we're. I mean, if
Okay,
you want,
okay.
but we're trying to. And by the way, I can
not-
roll stealth
yeah, right.
really well right now.
Yeah, over
Yeah,
at
no,
my
go ahead.
table,
I don't think I'll be able to.
Sam goes, "I like you, Lena."
Thanks. I like you too. I'm gonna draw you later. Actually, we need to work on the rest of your body, because I think there's a lot of potential.
The design has been finalized, but I am always open for constructive criticism.
Wait, now she's talking shit about my design.
Just,
I'm not saying
just
it's wrong. I'm just giving you different options. Anyway, and I'll just go
Remember.
back to my tankard.
remember, Johan. I said yes because I knew she was gonna bug you. Remember that. Remember that in your soul. This is good for me as well. This is part of the boon for Kelda.
Are you saying this out loud? Or is
Yeah. No, I'm saying that to Kelda. That's to Johan.
Oh, you little shit. Sorry, your inferior mind think you can get me with this.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe.
I feel betrayed. not really, but I feel betrayed. I'm
Well,
gonna get you, you little shit.
you always get me.
true. You already got him with the cloak.
Yeah. I just haven't noticed yet.
Yeah.
Okay, Lena.
Yeah.
Lena is your name, right?
Sure. Lina Rosley. At you guys are service.
The bubbly one. Welcome, I guess.
We are the heroes of Harken.
And I am Sam.
You can be the hero of Harken too, Sam.
Yes,
you can
you're
be
an
part of the
honorary
group
hero.
if you want.
I do not believe that is legally binding. Which is, like, the Baron, like, specifically recognized the five of you
Yeah.
with
The
specific
wizard of
authority.
Harken. Whatever I say is the Baron word. Trust me. I'll talk with you.
We are the heroes of Harken, +1.
Yeah, I actually like that definition because, well, I haven't done anything yet. Actually, this is kind of like my first very big thing. So I'm very looking forward to just proving myself because I've been working really hard.
Are we counting Lina and Sam too? So we are the heroes of Harken, +1.5.
Do you still have the Drake with you?
Yeah, El Gato is right now on stable. He's been doing all right.
He's a hero of Harken already, so he's part of the definition. He
Yeah.
was on the battle of Harken. Okay,
That is correct.
whatever. So, Sid, it's
Yes.
brothers. Some information. You said something pretty interesting that I have forgotten on the time. That is what's the original purpose of the Warforge. Good to know. So yeah,
How many brothers?
My squad is about 5. We were more. The house that made me make a lot of us for the War of the Empire. But the squad that I was assigned, we were 6, I believe. This is Jose. I trying to remember the exactly numbers.
It's 6, right? It's
yeah,
Handle,
6.
Shield, Bash, Sneak, Sharp.
Thank you for remembering
And
my
Siege.
brothers.
by the way, some was made after the war, right?
You don't know.
But
We never knew.
comparing its knowledge, or it was contemporary.
There's lots of wars. I mean, if you want to, like, Sam will ask, who did you fight?
Orcs, demons. And I
Were the Iron Wolf
describe-
barbarians present?
Sorry?
Sam asked, were the Iron Wolf barbarians present? Which they were. They were shock troops that were working in conjunction with the forces of the Empire.
Can you repeat the name, please, Daniel?
Iron Wolf barbarians.
And they were on our side?
Yes. Against the orcs and demons.
Yes, the Iron Wolf barbarians. They were on our side.
My records indicate there was significant conflict between the Empire and the barbarians.
So this is probably a war that came after. Interesting.
DM, just Diego asking if I didn't find this in my notes, but I recall something about the Empire. The Empire was working with the barbarians, and
Yes.
then they overstepped the welcome there.
It will the Empire. Here, I'll switch over to the map as we move
Yep.
to a tiny history lesson. As we flash back to
Hey.
the meeting with
I-
Master Artificer Mortimer
Yeah.
Panava-Renner.
And it,
So-
and it helped everyone. He's looking
Yes.
this right now.
The Empire started in the southwest of the map, over here in Nera.
Yeah.
and it quickly expanded all along the Dragon Down coast, made contact with dwarven kingdoms, established trade relations, but was being raided along the coast, and eventually an invasion was launched into northern Selduria to eliminate these raids. There was a landing, an outpost was established, and then that's the war that Sam has records of. Like those conflicts between the first landing of forces and the Iron Wolf barbarians. And now you know that there is a barony of Skalgard, which is a former colony of the Empire.
Yeah.
In that area. Like that's where Siege's remains came from. Like
Yeah, I
someone in
remember
the
that.
barony of Skalgard found it and realized we could probably sell this. No one here is buying it. Let's ship it up, across the ocean to the dwarven kingdoms. They'll buy it there.
Daniel, I don't have memories about that conflict, right? I can't remember if that was.
You never fought the Iron Wolf
No,
barbarians.
no.
Like they were allied with your army.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that conflict was before or after my time.
Yeah, but
No.
Sam doesn't have a record of. So you gather something was going on, and then
They are like
there's an alliance, or for some reason they were working with.
the threat maybe was larger than fighting themselves.
I can't remember anything of that.
I see.
How do you write the name of the continent? I have it written like three different ways.
Selduria. Roll time.
Thank you.
So,
Oh, so close. Good.
when are we leaving?
I believe as soon as possible. We were waiting for you.
We need to go to the coast and just find a ship.
Interesting.
There were two ways to get to a ship, right? One was through the mountain, and the other one was
All the way
south.
around.
Yeah.
So-
we said through the mountain.
Correct. Back to here. So you guys are over in Hammerfast. You could cut across the mountains and get to this part of the coast, or you could
Because
go
there
back
are
around
some
through Harkin.
tunnels, right? There's some tunnels
Yes,
that run.
there are dwarven passageways that particularly you, Lena, would know about. Like Maravilla, you might be able to recognize them, but Lena, like you've actually traveled through similar ones, so you would know how to activate them. And like you could go and, now that you're a journey woman, you could go and requisition like a map of them, so you know where the entrances are.
Just to give you some context, Lina, I was created for that war. I was fighting for about 2 years with my squad. After that, blank memory, and after that was activated by Johan, and that was pretty recently. I haven't been active for more than 3 years in total. 3.5, I believe.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of history missing from those times as well. So everything we can gather, I think. Well, I'm going to help you guys gather as much as I can. I'm going to pull I'll try to put all my knowledge in there. But how do you like it now? Like between the war and now, what do you like more? I'm just curious about that.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm looking around me, the new squad that I have.
That's kind of cute. I like it.
This is me. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Sis can't smile.
Lena
Do you
is, by the
have
way,
supplies? Sam asks, do you have supplies for the journey?
Me as a player can
hope
remember.
so. I
No,
hope
we
so.
haven't.
You haven't
I don't
told me if
remember.
you are not ready to depart. I mean, I am busy. I'm a busy man.
You don't need to eat.
What?
You don't need to eat. I remember that you don't eat.
Alejandro, do they see the Iron Stone?
They do not.
Yeah. You don't see the spinning crystal orbiting around his head.
Fuck off. He's not using the Iron Stone.
Yeah, I don't need it.
I do not eat.
Me neither.
If I didn't have the cloak, I would have wanted that Iron Stone.
Sad.
I mean, I can create once a day food and water.
Are we taking some cards?
That reminds me. Wait, I'm gonna open up another one of my pouches, and from it, I'm just going to put a cauldron on the table.
Yep. You see a small
Daniel.
black cauldron.
Yeah, Daniel, a question. Did we, by any chance, buy supplies or?
You could have bought some supplies during the day that you guys have known that you were going to have to do this trip, but also
Okay.
like you could buy supplies tomorrow before heading out.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll buy before we head out. Johan, don't get your panties in a twist.
Weird
I do
expression.
not believe
but-
he wears them.
I don't wear pants.
The level
don't
of
need
humor in this party is fucking insane.
So
And that is Kelda talking out loud,
Yeah.
by the way.
Lena pulls out a small black cauldron, and Sam goes, "What is that?"
Well, let's I'm gonna say boil until you spoil, and the cauldron starts filling up with stew.
Yep.
That's
You guys
food.
see
Food.
What?
delicious smelling food.
DM, this is...
I take a spoon from my inside my. I'm ready for
Cuts
this.
around the neck.
yeah,
like,
you're ready for
as a
this.
color. Like,
You know what? I've actually haven't tried it either.
What?
I just look. I just got this. It's a whole story. I'll tell you later. But I found this, and I think it's really cool. So maybe this can help us, so that we don't have to spend so much money.
Okay, so I taste it.
Food.
It's hearty stew. It's tasty, well seasoned,
the
yummy
DM,
stew.
the stew that was created
Yeah.
is like the cauldron making it, or is it bringing it from another side? This is like evocation stew, or
You'd have to.
Or
Yeah, you'd have
transmutation
to-
stew.
yeah.
You'd have to like spend some time studying this object. Like you'd need identify. Like what you saw is that it filled up, and it is now full.
You're going to see Johan bring a monocle, and he's going to start looking. I'm going to cast identify as a
Sure. This is gonna take you a while. Like you're looking,
Yeah.
you're writing down some notes. Yeah. So what are the rest of you?
Can I try it?
Sure, yeah. Actually, the cauldron, I also decorated it with like butterflies and trees and stuff like that. So it's kind of rusty, but with the different colors and drawings, it looks a little bit cuter.
I try it. Is it good?
Yeah. It's very yummy.
This is great. This is very useful.
Oh my
You're
god,
cool.
no more bland traveling food. This is
Yes.
amazing.
So much better.
Lina.
I
So
know.
much better.
I know. If I knew they made these things, I would have gotten one so long ago. Like, I'm so tired of trying to cook. It's so difficult. I love it, but it's so difficult. So yeah, this helps a lot.
I still don't understand what's wrong with tack.
It's horrible.
It's food.
I mean,
Food has to be enjoyed. It has to
Give
be
you
a
sustenance.
pleasure.
You need to
You get what
replenish
you need.
energy from some place.
Exactly, and that's it.
We have a complete divide on these
Yep.
parties. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna move all the characters in the Photoshop file for the poster,
Yeah.
by the way.
Hey,
I'm gonna do that.
don't blame me. I'm a machine. I can't eat.
Literally.
I'll put the cauldron on top of you.
So, I assume you guys have a delicious meal. You can then, I presume you guys spend the next day gathering any supplies you might need. We can flash back to this
But-
moment to get any.
One second.
Sure.
Did shit. I am
Oh,
really
fuck.
bad with names.
What?
Diana, Salina.
Yeah.
No. This Diego asking Juan.
Oh,
Did Lina tell
yeah.
us about she being able to procure maps?
No, but if you ask her, she would be down.
Okay.
I
Then
mean, she
in
has
the-
access.
The one thing I wanted, like Kilda wants to know, is that if we can pass through the passages with a cart and a drake.
A drake. Yeah, I read about something about a drake. I'd have to see it.
Would I
Yeah.
I know if that is possible?
Yes, the dwarven tunnels are massive.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't make stuff for tiny people. Sorry, I should have said short people.
Do I have Penelope yet, or are going
No.
yet to meet her? Okay.
So, I just sent Kildav something about that.
So we decide to buy some mounts.
You're like going around like, who's the slowest among you? And currently, despite your boots, Maravilla, because Kildav can ride El Gato, it's you. And like they ask, like I assume like Sam would ask Lina, how fast can you move?
Well, no. So a lot of things happened to me recently, and it's so cool because, well, I have a horse that I inherited from my dad, and she's eating so well. But now I got something else, and I can move like 50 feet.
You are fast.
That is fast.
Yeah, I can carry a whole lot of stuff though, so that can also help. But yeah, I can move pretty fast. I can move around. I can see things.
Mara, I did talk to someone that I think you will want to meet. His name is Sleepy Fink. And you see Kelda passing a coin through the fingers. I was, having a good time. And grabs the coin. Fink, well, he's somewhat of a loser sometimes. So he owes me one.
Well,
I think you need to find, because he can get you a mount if you're interested.
yeah, because I don't walk that fast, so
You walk fast enough. You just need a mount like El Gato, and I'll show you towards him in the morning.
Okay. So, in the morning, in the gate ward, Kildav takes you to the large stone building that are the barracks of the guards. And you knock on the door and ask for Sleepy Fennec, and a gnome, slightly older than Kildav, pokes his head out, sees you, and goes, "Oh, it's you."
No. Cheerful.
He looks at Maravilla. Maravilla, you instantly see that his eyes go to the belt that name you as Dwarfkin, and he smiles. He's like, "Oh yeah, no problem. I'll do you a favor. Yeah, just come around." And he takes you around to the back of the barracks, and leads you to an open stabling area, and he brings out a large, like horse-sized goat, and he's still a tiny gnome, but she like knows that she's coming out into the yard, and it seems to be quite happy. And then Fennec like turns around and goes, "You're yeah, just don't move." And he lets go of the reins. Now, Maravilla, I need you to make either an animal handling check or a strength saving throw.
Oh my god.
Can I assist her?
Sure.
I can assist you.
Wait. Animal handling
or strength saving throw.
is better animal handling.
Yes.
Okay,
Where
Let's
do
go.
I roll?
go ahead and make the roll with
I'm helping you, so
yeah, as Kilda.
Advantage?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll physical dice. +4. Thank God for the help, because one was a natural one. But the other one is plus the 4, 16.
Great. So you see, as the goat suddenly realizes she's free of the reins, sees you standing between her and the gate, puts her head down and starts stampeding towards you. And there's a moment where you're like, this thing is like siege weight. If she hits you, you're going to go flying. You can survive it, but it's not going to be pleasant. And there's a moment where your foot is going to start to step back, and Keldav is holding next to you, maybe just from surprise as well, but you realize you are a master smith, you are dwarfkin, you are not going to move. You stand your ground and project strength at the goat, and its horns come crashing towards you, and then digs her hooves in, and a cloud of dust spreads up around you, and they stop inches from your face. And then she raises her eyes and locks eyes with you, and you recognize a kindred spirit.
Oh.
And you now have a giant goat as a mount.
And I named her Penelope.
This is a dwarfish thing.
Yep.
And I'll look at Fennec and said, "Ye of little faith."
I knew she was gonna be fine. And like he's like lying back against the fence and like pointing, and you realize like, yeah, when he saw her belt, he was like, yeah, this is gonna be fine.
I'll throw him. I don't know how much do you think Kelta would imagine it was worth?
Well, so here's the thing. This goat is a warhorse equivalent, which is 400 gold. But because you know Fennec, it's only 80 gold for you.
Wow. I'll give the 80 gold to Fennec, and I'll say I'll get that back in another day. And move up and move out. I'm not even looking at Mara. I'm just like, I'm doing the cool thing right now. Because it's just out.
I say like, oh, so I run after.
Sure.
Get that, taking the goat with me.
Sure. There's a moment where you're holding the reins, and then the horns sort of hook under your arm, and you are like tossed onto her back, and you're sort of like on the side, and you like manage to like right yourself, and now you're like there's no saddle. You're just like grabbing onto the horns behind Penelope, who is now like just happy to be out of the pen and is like wandering around Hammerfast.
And I'll ask Mara. Mara, do you need a reins and a saddle and all that?
I don't know. Do you think that I don't know how to ride this thing?
I mean,
do you think that I need one? I think so.
I'll look at Fennec. Fennec, how much for the saddle and reins and?
It's included.
Okay.
And yeah, because this is a riding saddle, it's included in the cost.
Okay.
You could eventually get a military saddle, but that's for the future, depending on how much into combat you want to take Penelope.
Yeah.
I am planning on using the mounted rules for MCDM, which gives some temporary hit points to mounts.
Oh, that's cool.
So that,
Amazing.
Yeah. If you want to use them in combat, they remain viable for more levels.
For the people that have mounts.
Listen, you're the only one with 3 digits of hit points, and you can get resistance. You don't need anything else.
That's true.
So maybe during the day I will try to train with Penelope
Sure.
while
And
they are getting other stuff.
We will mix Penelope with El Gato.
Yeah. You've been spending quite a bit of time with El Gato.
Oh no.
And you notice there's something strange going on with El Gato's animal instincts. Like,
Yeah.
now that you're in the city, it's been very easy to keep El Gato under control. Didn't freak out when a glowing, possibly celestial elk appeared to Gufran. There's all sorts of strange things that have been happening. And, like, you've been making sense of the strange ways in which El Gato was not even domesticated. Like, their mind was warped by the Iron Circle. Like, if El Gato was released into the wild, they would not survive. They don't have the hunting instincts anymore. They're, like, what they have is they know that they are a mount, and there is some, like, playful instincts. Like, when left alone with food, like, they do react. But it's like, yeah, there would have to be a long rehabilitation process for El Gato to be able to survive by themselves.
Yeah, but I imagine
yeah.
I imagine El Gato is also the type of Drake that will nuzzle with you like I've been doing for literally over a month.
Yep. As you see that huge, really, really scary creature that was originally being ridden by infernal cultists and then mind controlled with an alchemical potion brewed by Johan. Yeah, and is now just happily nuzzles the tiny gnome. And we'll say that any supplies that you wish to have purchased here, we can flash back and say that you got them in the future. Torches, ammunition, winter gear. Like I said, it's the middle of summer, but you don't know how long you'll be traveling. And you set off along the east gate of Hammerfest and travel along the road. It takes most of a day. As you make your way along the road, you see the massive mountain of Forge Peak to the south, towering well above any of the other mountains in this mountain range. Most mountains have evergreen trees along their slopes. This one eventually becomes completely bare, and then there's just a cap of snow permanently, even in summer, at the top. And as the day begins to close, you reach a bend in the road where there's a large boulder. And this is the entrance to the first dwarven tunnel that will save you probably 2 days' journey as the road continues winding around mountains.
DM,
yeah.
Question. When I arrived to Hammerfest for the first time, I didn't take this tunnel. I went
Not this one. You took a similar tunnel on a different set of mountains, and you tell me, were you blindfolded or were you inside a cart with no windows?
I would say I was blindfolded.
Yeah. So you had impressed people enough to bring you to Hammerfest, but you were not trusted. Not in the way you seem to be now. You're not sure that they know that you're part of this group. Like, you left like within a day of arriving. So so Lena, you find the rock, and you find a small groove next to the side of this big boulder, and you insert a small seal that in your case is marked with the stamp of the Lore Guild, but like that's not the important bit. And when you twist it, you hear a shift, and now it is any one of you could push the boulder 10 feet to the side and create an opening for you to enter the tunnels.
I do it.
And sure. And let me see. Let me just make sure that I can shift you over to the other map.
So that's what it was for. I've made a ton of these. I spent a month making these. Finally has value. Good.
Okay, the inside of the tunnels is dark. There's a bit of light peeking in. You can see a very smooth stone floor. There are stone and metal walls along the side. It's 30 feet across, and it seems that similar height. So it's massive, particularly for dwarves, but completely dark.
What time of day is it at this point?
It's getting dark.
It's getting dark. Okay, so we've spent the whole day.
Yeah.
We are going to enter this tunnel, right?
Yeah, this is like the safest, fastest way. Well, I don't know if safest, but it is kind of a fast way. Consider like a cheat code, maybe. Yeah, consider it that, like a faster route.
So it's
basically.
cheating.
At least that is what. I mean, it's not cheating. Is using things, using your information tactically. And I'll turn to Kildav and go like, finger guns.
And I'll say weapons out.
Yeah. Related to that,
This pretty much.
Yeah.
What
is
what's
Sam's full body out? Because they would have asked for it.
Who?
Sam would have asked to be out and protecting you.
Oh, okay. We are out of the city.
Yeah.
I would put the whole body out and assemble the pieces.
Yeah. So the rest of you now see the massive metal and wood body that clearly many parts came from the original suit of armor that Johan had once worn.
Ah! What do you think?
How tall is it?
It's taller than usage. It's a good 10 feet tall.
It's 10 feet tall total.
Yeah. It's a large creature.
I'll look at Sam and I'll say, I hope we don't need to fight you again.
Haha, no, it's going to demolish us if we try. Well,
I do not think so. This body is significantly less effective, but more durable.
That's important.
Yeah. But that design is so cool.
I'm looking at you.
at who? Whom?
At Lina. Sorry,
Okay,
the music is a little loud.
You can lower it yourselves,
Yeah,
and I'll lower it.
I'm going to try it.
So, I believe you should be able to. Oh wait, there's no light. So
I
several
have-
of you don't have darkness.
I said weapons out because
Yeah.
Siege's axe has light. Gufran's sword has light, and my sword have light. I don't know if the new hammer that Mara has emits light.
It does not.
Wow,
He has dark vision.
I'm playing a human and I didn't prepare for something
I
like
cast light. I have the cantrip, so I
Great.
cast light on.
I'm going to pull a lantern that
Yeah, I'm
probably
gonna pull out my
above.
tiny lamp as well.
Lahaba
It's,
protect me, and I turn on the light bringer.
Great.
I light the axe.
Wonderful. So, can you now see?
I don't see
No, not
anything.
Now you should be able to start seeing.
I
no.
start seeing anything.
Yeah, look at those tokens.
Hey,
So cool.
And this is what I
Wow.
wanted us to get to, because it is very cool.
holy cool, holy.
Wow.
oh, that is a
Map
cool
is awesome.
texture. Love it.
I'm giving you guys control.
Give me... okay.
So you guys feel free to set up the marching order that you would have within
Your
these-
goat! Your
Yep,
goat
you
is
gotta go.
there!
That's
I'm going
Penelope.
to take the middle.
I'm gonna go in the front.
I'm gonna go middle with Johan as well.
I'm going to be in the front with Gufran.
And go
So-
between us. Actually.
So we've been doing this trip on our mounts, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
things that you would know. At the beginning, when we left town, Lena would have pulled out what looked like a broom, but it's really like a huge brush, and she just hops on it, and it starts flying.
Fucking, I love
She's
it.
been doing that the whole time.
Yep.
Like a witch?
Yeah.
Yep.
I fucking love it.
I knew
I
it.
love this so
I
much.
knew it.
I love this so
The
much.
hat, the golden.
It was completely unintentional, but
No.
Yeah, my
Right.
Daniel was
I love
Sure.
this. I
Daniel was
love this
very
so
generous.
much.
When we leave the city, I would say that you see Johan like reach into the bag of holding and pulling some kinds of mechanisms
Mhm.
and throw it on the ground, and then pulling a glove that he has, and it reveals like some kind of jewelry with some bones attached, like a hand, a bony hand
Mhm.
that is separated, like the, I don't know how to say it, the phalanges.
Joints?
Joints, yeah, and string it with a chain, and he's going to raise a phantom steed for him, and the part is going inside this phantom steed and help it to maintain form.
Yeah. So you
Cool.
see around this clockwork construct, the spectral horse appears. Have you been doing this as a ritual?
Yeah, as a
yeah. You've been
ritual.
doing this as a ritual.
I don't
Yeah,
have
the
it
whole
prepared,
time.
so I grab
That's
my
alright.
book and it's like, oh yeah, this way.
All right. So I don't have the horse token.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Moment.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but it'll just take me a second. Because I have a
One
whole
thing, we El Gato's pulling the cart, I imagine.
Did you bring the cart?
I don't know. I don't know if it's necessary right now. I know. No. We talked about leaving the cart because we wouldn't
The-
put it on a boat.
We will have an issue with the boat, right?
Yeah.
And here is your horse.
It's tiny.
He's a tiny horse.
It got bigger.
Oh,
Got
it's a
bigger, got
bigger
better.
horse.
Yeah.
It's a horse for mini siege.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Now you're creating needs in me that I didn't know I had. Like now I need a tiny siege. Like
By the way, Tiny Siege faded. It lasts for
Yes.
3.
Yeah,
I need tiny.
my son.
Hey, let me check. Let me check.
I need tiny siege in my life.
I would have no, I wouldn't have done it. Yeah, it lasted for 3 hours. So that's it.
Man,
Okay.
now you are convincing me to commission a plushie.
Please, dude, we need
Dude,
that
we need
plushie.
merch.
We need merch.
We fucking need merch.
Okay.
I don't need
so,
to spend more money.
Me neither, but I want.
But we're gonna make so much money, so don't worry about it, dude. Like it's Tiny Siege. How do you not buy that?
I'm gonna buy that, yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, you travel for a short time, maybe 30 minutes, within this tunnel, lighting your way. It's extremely clean. You don't know if there's a cleaning service that maintains it, or probably they just make sure that any carts and creatures coming in here clean themselves before walking in. Like there is a care, and it's evident from the designs along the walls. There are geometric patterns woven through that are not required. You are standing on massive stone slabs that have been carved, and you gather this is the original rock of the mountain. Like they created the hole and then they carved it down to create this pattern that you are standing on. So most of the work was done along the walls. And after about 30 minutes, you notice a couple of pebbles just along the ground. And then as I think the furthest you guys can see is like 120 No, less. Yeah, you're seeing sort of in dim light. You see a couple of rocks, and you gather, well, maybe they're more careful in this side that's closer to Hammerfast. And then you see like some boulders that are like small rocks, and then further away some like bigger boulders. And the moment they go from dim light to bright light, I think I had this written down. Which one of you has the highest perception?
Not me.
Not me.
I believe it's Keldav.
I don't have a very high
Maybe.
perception.
I have 14.
Mara and Kilda?
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe
Mara
it's-
is higher than me.
Yeah.
I have a 12 passive, 2 plus 2.
12 passive as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Maravilla. Like, you know rocks. Those are not rocks. And you hear in the darkness beyond the tunnel, scuttling. You hear small, sharp moving towards you. And I'll ask everybody to roll initiative, and that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh
Let's keep playing. Come on.
I'm
We can go. We can go. We can finish.
Can I be like, look out? I mean,
Yeah, you're at
Something's
the
wrong,
back of the
something's
group.
wrong.
Yeah, you notice like something's wrong, and like you guys were not in the middle of the strange rocks when you noticed something was wrong. So it's not a surprise round. Everybody roll initiative, please, and we'll add it to the turn tracker.
Okay.
Nutty 20!
Nice.
First roll for Lena.
14 plus 4, so 18 for me.
Hey, that's a
18 for me.
16 for Gufran. And Gufran's initiative is shit.
I missed having plus 9 on me.
16.
5 for
with a bad
Maravilla.
bet.
5 for Maravilla. How much was Johan?
18.
18. Whoop, that's the horse.
I think you
not
chose the
Johan.
horse, yeah.
Yep. I have to send it to the back. 18. Well, I mean, it is going to act on Johan's turn, so that's how mounts.
Elena, how is your dex?
11.
16. I can go first.
You're super good.
so Daniel, you're going to send me later the goat
Yeah, I believe
stats.
it's on your D&D Beyond. If you go to extras, you have Penelope, giant goat.
Oh,
With a speed of
that's
40
cute.
feet.
And where is that in the campaign?
In my
In
campaign.
D&D Beyond.
No. It did
On your character sheet.
Ah,
An extra second.
Amazing.
Extra.
Oh, and I have
Sam, yes.
right.
that was
You'll see the simple but incredibly
see.
powerful stat block of Sam as well. Yeah. Johan.
yeah.
Okay, so as strange scuttling is coming towards you in this dark tunnel from beyond your sight, we'll pick this up in 2 weeks, and
We hope so.
finally have a combat and see how chaotic is it with this big of a party with mounts and summons and yeah. So
It's
it's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
If we all
I missed
know
this.
our characters and know what we can do this fast.
Let's hope
No
so.
need to fight.
18 for Kelda.
Learn
Daniel.
your characters. Learn your characters.
Mine is easy. Point and punch.
If I see you taking more than a minute to do your turn, then I'm going to go and punch you.
Hey, it's not Brink. It's not my druid.
Yeah.
So we have Johan and Keldav on 18.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think Keldav goes
Yes.
first
Yes.
because I have a 16.
Caleb has
Yeah, I have
like
a 20.
Stupid, yeah.
All right.
And what about the
Excellent.
Mara is
horse?
still struggling to
Yes.
manage Penelope.
Well, you're-
It's
And
like,
everything.
You're looking at the weird rocks, so the sound is. Those rocks are not making that sound. So there's weird stuff going on, and yeah. We'll pick this up. Thank you so much for everybody watching.
Oh, this was so
Thank you so much for
So
everybody
good.
playing.
That was
I'm glad we
amazing. Daniel.
got to this point.
Amazing session, yeah.
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 Very fun.
I'm very glad to be running this
And
again.
I love Lena. We have a new
I
character.
like
This
it
is
a
so
lot.
cool.
I've been wanting to play her for so long.
I
Like,
imagine so. I can tell.
I think I pitched a version of Lina to Diego once, and then I shelved her, and now I brought her
I
back.
remember.
You
That
remember?
was so
Yeah.
long ago.
It was super long ago, and I was like not convinced because at first it was going to be Artificer, but I didn't want to mess with that. So yeah, she's a bard, but more on that later.
Hey, a bard that draws, that's pretty
Yeah,
nice.
that's very cool.
I love the art a lot.
It's incredible.
I love my bards that they are not just.
Yeah, I know. She does. I can tell you this. She does have like a whistle stick. That's it, just for memes.
Akasu?
Yeah.
Sort of. Actually, yeah, that is actually better. I'll get one of those.
Daniel,
Yeah,
just as a question, general question, does this new adventure have a name? Because we have Rivers of Harkenwall.
It does have a name.
But it's spoilery?
You don't know the name.
Spoiler.
Okay.
I'm gonna see. It's probably right now. It's leaving Hammerfast or leaving the Vale.
Don't worry. I'm just gonna put new adventure as a placeholder.
Starting the journey
Yeah.
or something like that.
Okay.
An adventure begins.
The
Yeah.
adventure begins. Yes, that is true.
It's cool. So cool.
Thank you so much for playing, and
Thank you.
I think we'll end the recording.
Okay. Thank you,
Bye.
everybody.
Don't
Bye.
stop
Don't stop
Audacity.
the
Like,
Hey,
subscribe,
thank you,
all of the
thank you,
YouTube
everybody.
things.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like,
Share with a
comment
friend.
us. We
Yeah,
are
do that
we was waiting for this for so long. For so long.
If you had a hate comment, just write it as well. It's all
Yeah,
engagement.
it also
we
helps.
don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything
Go for
helps.
it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna insult me, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Have a nice day. Bye bye.